Confessed by just a lonely soul 13 on Reddit. I took a kid's tooth in school and put it under my pillow. When I was in first grade, a kid lost his tooth in school, so the school gave him a little plastic thing to put it in. He left his tooth in his pencil box and I snatched it from his box when no one was there. I didn't tell anyone and put it under my pillow, but nothing happened, lol. Confessed by established chaos on Reddit. I broke into another student's locker in high school. Over the course of my time in high school, I was consistently placed next to a girl due to our names. Her personality was by far the most repulsive I have ever encountered in my now 30 years of living. She consistently looked down on people and bought her way through life. During one of the last days of school, I broke into her locker knowing she never really had it locked. Stole every last item in her locker down to pieces of paper and threw everything not valuable in the trash. Made over $200. I do regret it now, even if out of everyone she was one to deserve this action. I was raised better than that and sunk to a level I never have since. Confessed by colleagues know my main on Reddit. I stole a pretty expensive monitor from my old job. I work in IT and my old company provided the employees of the department hardware to use when working from home. I used a docking station, mouse, keyboard, notebook and two 27-inch 4K monitors. They never had me sign anything for the hardware I took to use in home office. I worked hard and even did some checkups every evening before I went to sleep on my free time, so everything would run as it's supposed to during the night. When I got laid off because of some restructuring, I was mad. So on my last day I returned the laptop, mouse, keyboard, docking station, keycard, keys, and one of the two 4K monitors. In my mind I thought I deserved the second monitor for all the unpaid work I did. They are around $1,000 per piece. Since I didn't sign anything when I got the hardware, they didn't notice that I didn't return everything. At my new job I work mostly from home, so I still use it every day and I'm very happy I kept it. Confessed by throwaway 32758 on Reddit. I've been making my roommate's life as inconvenient as possible leading up to our eviction. I was short on rent, about $300, and asked if she could spot me, which I know she has the money to do. She's a salaried manager making close to $90K a year, and I would pay her back in a week. I work at Walmart and they had cut my hours back substantially a couple weeks leading up to paying rent this month. I am allowed to cash out a portion of my paycheck once a pay period before payday, which I had already done. I had shown her my hours log to show her I wasn't lying either. She refused to allow me to pay her back the next week, so is allowing us to get evicted instead, which will affect her very little and me substantially. Since then I've been doing everything in my power to make her life more difficult and annoying. I do not clean up after myself. My boyfriend's birthday was a couple days ago and I have still yet to take down the decorations I put up. I will eat her food or straight up throw it away. Purposefully dirty dishes I know she will use to make dinner that night, so she will have to clean them beforehand. I hide things from her or put them in weird places. I will be loud at night when I know she has work the next morning. I leave my clothes in the washer and dryer, wash load after load when I know she needs to do her laundry. I will use all the toilet paper or hide it. I loosen the hex nut on her bathroom sink and the kitchen sink so it would fall apart and spray her. The list goes on. When she asks me about any of this I just shrug and say, I dunno. I know it is partially my fault for being ill-prepared, but there is also no way I could have known my hours would get cut and asked to pick up others' shifts and talk to my manager about working in other departments to get more, but there isn't enough to go around. I won't lie either, being a huge pain in her ass makes me feel better about the situation and gives me immense satisfaction. Confessed by throwaway 999566 on Reddit. I stole AirPods from the lost and found at my old job. When I was in high school, worked at a local YMCA part-time. We have a bunch of lost and found boxes for different items, clothes, electronics, jewelry, etc. After a while, if no one claims them, they end up getting donated. I noticed a pair of AirPod Pros sitting in the lost and found for a bit. More time passes and no one ends up claiming them. My boss says she's going to make a donation drop with the stuff we've had for a while and asks me to help her load some stuff into her car. As I'm carrying the stuff, I notice the AirPods are still in the electronic box along with a few other pairs of knockoff headphones and such. Without really thinking, I pocketed the AirPods and continued to load up the back of her car. She drives off and I go back to whatever I was doing that day. I ended up quitting the job once I left for college and I haven't been back since. I've even gotten offers to come back and help during the summer when I was home, but I rejected it as I got a better job elsewhere. Part of me definitely weighed the decision not to go back because of the AirPods, although at that point there was little to no way it could be traced back to me at that point. I still have them and use them to this day.